Numbers, we're still on the North American Standard Bible, or New American Standard Bible. So, to summarize what we read yesterday, let's go. Chapter 19. Essentially, they're going to burn a red heifer or a red virgin cow and use its ashes and mix it with water so that when someone needs cleansing, that they could pour that solution upon themselves and they would be cleaned. Miriam dies in chapter 20, and the people thirst. And but Moses, instead of talking to the rock, he strikes it, and the Lord's disappointed in that and holds that against Moses and Aaron. And then Aaron will die. And then uh, the Lord helps the people conquer land from the Amorites and the Canaanites. And although in Edom they're not successful. And then the bronze serpent. So the Lord sends bronze serpent for the Israelites' ungratefulness. So he sends serpents upon them to kill them, but then there will be the bronze serpent, which is attached to a pole, and whoever looks at it will live. So they conquer uh, the land of the Amorites and Heshbon. At least that's what I can remember. Now we're going to read chapter 22, Balak's sentence for Balaam. All right, folks. Then the sons of Israel journeyed on and camped in the plains of Moab beyond the Jordan beside Jericho. Now Balak the son of Zippor saw all that Israel had done to the Amorites. So Moab was in great fear because of the people, for they were numerous, and Moab was in dread of the sons of Israel. Moab said to the elders of Midian, now this horde will lead up all that is around us, as the ox eats up the grass of the field. And Balak the son of Zippor was king of Moab at that time. So he sent messengers to Balaam the son of Beor at Pethor, which is near the Euphrates River, in the land of the sons of his people, to call for him, saying, behold, a people came out of Egypt. Behold, they have covered the surface of the land, and they are living opposite me. Now therefore, please come curse this people for me, since they are too mighty for me. Perhaps I will be able to defeat them and drive them out of the land. For I know that he whom you bless is blessed, and he whom you curse is cursed. So the elders, Moab and the elders of Midian, left with the fees for divination in their hands. And they came to Balaam and repeated Balak's words to him. And he said to them, spend the night here, and I will bring word back to you just as the Lord may speak to me. And the leaders of Moab stayed with Balaam. Then God came to Balaam and said, who are these men with you? Balaam said to God, Balak the son of Zippor, king of Moab, sent word to me. Behold, there is a people who came out of Egypt, and they covered the surface of the land. Now come, curse them for me. Perhaps I will be able to fight against them and drive them out. But God said to them, do not go with them. You shall not curse the people, for they are blessed. So Balaam got up in the morning and said to Balak's representatives, go back to your land, for the Lord has refused to let me go with you. And the representatives from Moab got up and went to Balak and said, Balaam refused to come with us. When you gotta preach the word and throw a touchdown at the same time? Um, oh yeah, because of the uniform. That's what I've got on for the next game. Right now it's Packers versus Lions. Lions are losing by 3 points. Packers are winning by 3 points. Which, by the way, um, I know it's not Thanksgiving in Canada, but happy Thanksgiving anyways. And God bless. Yeah, yeah, that's let's see how this game plays out. Well, I'll check in on that. Message is held for review. More like Pakis. Oh, like Pakistan versus the Lions. Hmm. It reminds me of this Family Feud question where they asked, if you could travel to any foreign country, where would you travel? Pakistan. All right, let's continue. Then Balak sent representatives once again, more numerous and more distinguished than the previous. They came to Balaam and said to him, this is what Balak the son of Zippor says. I beg you, let nothing keep you from coming to me, for I will indeed honor you richly, and I will do whatever you tell me. Please come then, curse this people for me. But Balaam replied to the servants of Balak, even if Balak were to give me his house full of silver and gold, I could not do anything either small or great, contrary to the command of the Lord my God. Now please you also stay here tonight, and I will find out what the Lord will say to me. And God came to Balaam at night and said to him, if the men have come to call you, rise and go with them, but you shall do only the thing that I tell you. So Balaam arose in the morning, saddled his donkey, and went with the leaders of Moab. The angel and Balaam. Um, but God was angry that he was going, and the angel of the Lord took his stand in the road as an adversary against him. Now he was riding on his donkey, and his two servants were with him. When the donkey saw the angel of the Lord standing in the road with a sword drawn in his hand, the donkey turned off from the road and went into the field. And Balaam struck the donkey to guide her back onto the field. Then the angel of the Lord stood in a narrow path on the vineyards, with a stone wall on this side and on the side and on that side. Chris, God bless you and happy Thanksgiving. Um, when the donkey saw the angel of the Lord, she pressed herself against the wall and pressed Balaam's foot against the wall. So he struck her again. Then the angel of the Lord went farther and stood in a narrow place where there was no way to turn to the right or to the left. When the donkey saw the angel of the Lord, she lay down under Balaam. So Balaam was angry and struck the donkey with his staff. Then the Lord opened the mouth of the donkey, and she said to Balaam, what have I done to you that you have struck me these 3 times? And Balaam said to the donkey, it is because you have made a mockery of me. If only there had been a sword in my hand, for I would have killed you by now. But the donkey said to Balaam, am I not your donkey on which you have ridden all your life to this day? Have I ever been in the habit of doing such a thing to you? And he said, no. Then the Lord opened Balaam's eyes, and he saw the angel of the Lord standing in the way with his sword drawn in his hand, and he bowed all the way to the ground. Then the angel of the Lord said to him, why have you struck your donkey these 3 times? Behold, I have come out as an adversary because your way was reckless and contrary to me. But the donkey saw me and turned away from me these 3 times. If she had not turned away from me, I certainly would have killed you just now and let her live. So Balaam um, said to the angel of the Lord, I have sinned, for I did not know that you were standing in the way against me. Now then, if it is displeasing to you, I will turn back. But the angel of the Lord said to Balaam, go with the men, but you shall speak only the word that I tell you. So Balaam went along with the representatives of Balak. And when Balak heard that Balaam was coming, he went out to meet him at the city of Moab, which is on the Arnon border, at the extreme end of the border. Then Balak said to Balaam, "Did I not urgently send word to you to call for you? Why did you not come to me? Am I really unable to honor you?" So Balaam said to Balak, "Behold, I have come to you now. Am I really able to speak anything? The word that God puts in my mouth, that only shall I speak." Balaam with Balak, and they came to Kiriath Huzoth. Balak sacrificed oxen and sheep and sent them to Balaam and the leaders who were with them. Then it came about in the morning that Balak took Balaam and brought him up to the high places of Baal, and he saw from there a portion of the people. Thank you, Chris, for subscribing. Thank you. Thank you. These are my eyeglasses. Oh, who's playing the Thanksgiving halftime show? Jack White and Eminem. Okay. Um, chapter 22. Read. Thank you. Chapter 23. The prophecies of Balaam. Then Balaam said to Balak, "Build 7 altars for me here, and prepare 7 bulls and 7 rams for me here." Balak did just as Balaam had spoken, and Balak and Balaam offered up a bull and a ram on each altar. Then Balaam said to Balak, "Stand beside your burnt offering, and I will go. Perhaps the Lord will come to meet me, and whatever he shows me I will tell you." So he went to a bare hill. Now God met with Balaam, and he said to him, "I have set up the 7 altars, and I have offered up a bull and a ram on each altar." Then the Lord put a word in Balaam's mouth and said, "Return to Balak, and this is what you shall speak." So he returned to him, and behold, he was standing beside his burnt offering, he and all the leaders of Moab. And he took up his discourse and said, "From Aram Balak has brought me Moab's king from the mountains of the east, saying, 'Come, declare Jacob curse for me, and come, curse Israel.' How am I to put a curse on him upon whom God has not put a curse? And how am I to curse him whom the Lord has not cursed? For I see him from the top of the rocks, and I look at him from the hills. Behold, a people that lives in isolation and does not consider to be among the nations. Who has counted the dust of Jacob, or the number of the fourth part of Israel? That may I die the death of the upright, and my end be like this." Then Balak said to Balaam, "What have you done to me? I took you to put a curse on my enemies, but behold, you have actually blessed them." He replied, "Must I not be careful to speak what the Lord puts in my mouth?" Then Balak said to him, "Please come with me to another place from where you may see them, although you will only see the extreme end of them and will not see all of them, and put a curse on them from me from there." So he took him to the field of Zophim, to the top of Pisgah, and he built 7 altars and offered a bull and a ram on each altar. Then he said to Balak, "Stand here beside your burnt offering while I myself meet the Lord over there." Then the Lord met Balaam and put a word in his mouth and said, "Return to Balak, and this is what you shall speak." So he came to him, and behold, he was standing beside the burnt offering, and the leaders of Moab with him. And Balak said to him, "What has the Lord spoken?" Then he took up his discourse and said, "Arise, Balak, and hear. Listen to me, son of Zippor. God is not a man that he would lie, nor a son of man that he would change his mind? Has he said, and will he not do it? Or has he spoken, and will he not make it good? Behold, I have received a command to bless. When he has blessed, I cannot revoke it. When he has not looked at misfortune in Jacob, nor has he seen trouble in Israel. The Lord his God is with him, and his joyful shout of a king is among them. God brings them out of Egypt. He is for them like the horns of the wild ox. For there is no magic curse against Jacob, nor is there any divination against Israel. At the proper time it shall be said to Jacob and to Israel, what God has done. Behold, a people rises like a lioness, and like a lion it raises itself. It will not lie down until it devours the prey, and drinks the blood of those slain. Then Balak said to Balaam, do not curse them at all, nor bless them at all. But Balaam replied to Balak, did I not tell you, whatever the Lord speaks, I must do? Then Balak said to Balaam, please come, I will take you to another place. Perhaps it will be agreeable with God that you curse them for me from there. So Balak took Balaam to the top of Peor, which overlooks the desert. And Balaam said to Balak, build 7 altars for me here and prepare 7 bulls and 7 rams for me here. Balak did just as Balaam had said and offered up a bull and a ram on each altar. Okay, so I think we're going to divide it again into part 1 and part 2. So right now, here's what's happening. In chapter 22, Balak he sees the sons of Israel and he is afraid of them and he wants to curse them. So he sends Balaam to curse them, but the Lord warns against this, and then God did not. God had to. Balaam was riding a donkey, and the donkey sees an angel with the sword. Now, the donkey moves away, and Balaam does not see this, so he's angry at the donkey and ends up striking it 3 times. Now, the angel the angel of the Lord opens up the Lord opens up the mouth of the donkey, and the angel was about to kill Balaam. Then Balaam is filled with the mouth of the Lord, and in chapter 23, we see that he is not able to curse Israel. Instead, blessed is he. And Balak does not like this, so he sends him to another place and wants him to curse those people. So first it was the Bear Hill. I'm not sure which of the Bear Hills, but it's somewhere there. Then he sends him to another place, which the Israelites are there, but he does not end up cursing them there because he is filled with the Holy Spirit of the Lord. He's filled with the language that the Lord or the words that the Lord spoke to him. Then Balak sends him to Peor, which is very likely very much going to be the same thing. So, um, yeah, essentially, Balak wants to curse Israel, so he sends Balaam, and then Balaam is taken off course, and instead of cursing, he blesses them through what the Lord says, and Balak is angry at this. So, uh, we're going to come back later with chapter 24, and from there we will pick it up again. But until then, thanks for tuning in, and God bless. And happy Thanksgiving. And we will be back, surely. I'm not sure at what time, but we will be back. All right. Thank you, Chris, and thank you, Metro. Take care.